I'm Ruby, a 34-year-old housewife married to Jack for 5 years. We're a childless couple, and it's been just the two of us all this time. Jack works at a company with grueling hours, leaving him mentally and physically drained. Seeing his struggle, I decided to find a way to contribute from home. Initially, I took up part-time jobs like data entry to supplement our income. But I didn't stop there. I taught myself video editing and started taking on freelance projects. With time, I honed my skills and attracted more clients, allowing me to save up some money. As my savings grew, I ventured into investments, particularly in FX trading. Despite the risks involved, I found it suited me well. I could monitor the markets from home, making it a perfect fit for my lifestyle. I dedicated myself to studying and monitoring investments alongside my video editing work, gradually building up a significant portfolio. This routine became my everyday life, and over the years, I managed to accumulate substantial wealth through strategic investments and diligent work. Despite the challenges, I found fulfillment in my dual roles as a homemaker and an investor, leveraging technology to create opportunities from the comfort of my own home. I offered to cover the rent so Jack wouldn't have to endure the stress of his demanding job. Initially, he seemed surprised, dismissing my earnings from video editing as mere pocket money. But when I revealed my substantial investment income, he was taken aback. Encouraged by my financial stability, Jack decided to quit his job, which brought us both immense relief. I was thrilled to see him happier and hoped it would strengthen our relationship. However, Jack surprised me with a proposal to move in with his parents. I was taken aback by the suggestion. Despite our newfound financial freedom, I didn't see the need to uproot our lives and move in with his parents. Jack clarified that he meant renting a room in a new condo where we could all live together. He showed me a flyer for a luxury condo, emphasizing how it would allow him to support his parents. While I understood his intentions, I was hesitant about the high rent. Jack reassured me that we could afford it with my investment income. Though financially feasible, I wasn't eager to adopt the lavish lifestyle. I needed time to process Jack's proposal and consider the implications for our future together. I had always envisioned saving up for our future child, so the idea of living with my in-laws wasn't part of my plans. I felt a twinge of disappointment, sensing that Jack was leveraging my financial stability for his own convenience. Despite my reservations, I reluctantly agreed to his request. However, agreeing to live with my in-laws turned out to be a decision I would come to regret deeply. While Jack and his parents were ecstatic about their new living arrangements in the luxurious tower condo, I couldn't shake off my unease. As we admired the breathtaking scenery from our new home, Jack's parents showered him with praise, assuming he was the one funding this extravagant lifestyle. Awkwardly, Jack revealed that it was actually my investment earnings that covered the rent, not his own income. The revelation left his parents stunned, but I was relieved that the truth was out in the open. Although it was uncomfortable, I preferred honesty over deception. Little did I know, this disclosure would mark the beginning of even more challenges to come. Initially, my in-laws showed no remorse, and I couldn't help but feel responsible for making them uncomfortable. Wanting to ease the tension, I urged my husband to reassure them that I didn't mind supporting them financially. After all, I had started investing to alleviate Jack's work-related stress and ensure his parents' well-being. However, instead of gratitude, my in-laws took advantage of the situation. They began making outrageous demands, expecting me to cater to their every whim. From specific pasta preferences to requests for luxury items, they treated me as their personal servant, oblivious to the boundaries of our relationship. Despite my efforts to maintain harmony, I refused to indulge their extravagance. I made it clear that while I was committed to fulfilling my role as a wife, I wouldn't enable their entitled behavior. Naturally, this didn't sit well with them, and they began to resent me, complaining to Jack about my supposed lack of contribution and accusing me of gambling away our wealth. Their unfounded accusations hurt, but I remained steadfast in my principles, refusing to compromise my integrity to appease them. It sounds like Jack's job change brought about some significant lifestyle adjustments. With a lower-paying job but better work-life balance, he began indulging in luxury items and fashion, enjoying the newfound freedom his salary afforded him. Meanwhile, my in-laws started expressing their discontent, comparing their situation to Jack's and expecting similar treatment. Jack, in turn, started pressuring me to cater to my in-laws' demands, using the excuse of taking care of them as part of our familial responsibilities. However, I stood my ground, refusing to be solely responsible for their wants and emphasizing that Jack now had the means to provide for them himself. This refusal led to tension between us, with Jack increasingly critical of my choices and appearance. He began questioning my commitment to our relationship, suggesting that my lack of makeup or adherence to traditional gender roles was a reflection of our incompatibility. His remarks were hurtful and unwarranted, and I confronted him about his unfair expectations. It's essential to address these issues openly and find a compromise that respects both our individuality and our shared responsibilities. Jack's behavior and his parents' complaints are really out of line. You've been contributing significantly to the household financially, and it's unfair for them to belittle you like this. It's understandable that you're frustrated and pushed to respond to their criticisms. Your response to them was justified. You reminded them of your contributions and rightfully pointed out that their lifestyle improvements are thanks to your efforts. It's essential for them to recognize and appreciate that. Their gossiping behind your back shows their lack of respect and gratitude, which is unacceptable. It might be worth having a direct conversation with Jack and his parents to address these issues and set boundaries. They need to understand the value of your contributions and treat you with the respect you deserve. Discovering your husband's infidelity must have been incredibly painful and shocking, especially after all the challenges you've been facing as a family. It's natural to feel betrayed and hurt by his actions, especially considering the financial strain you've been under and the efforts you've made to support the family. Seeing him spend money on luxury items instead of investing in your future together adds insult to injury. It's clear that his priorities are misplaced, and it's understandable that you're questioning the foundation of your relationship. Taking photos of the situation was a difficult but necessary step to confront the truth. Now it's essential to take care of yourself emotionally and consider how you want to move forward. You deserve honesty and respect in your marriage, and it's up to you to decide what steps to take next. Remember that you're not alone, and seeking support from trusted friends or professionals can help you navigate this challenging situation. Discovering your husband's betrayal must have been incredibly painful and deeply unsettling. It's understandable that you no longer want to be part of a marriage built on dishonesty and infidelity. Taking the step to find your own place and distance yourself from your in-laws seems like a necessary move for your well-being and self-respect. Their hostility towards you is unjustified, and it's clear that they are not supportive of you during this difficult time. Signing the divorce papers may not have been what you initially wanted, but it seems like the best decision for your future happiness and peace of mind. Leaving that toxic environment behind and starting fresh on your own terms is a brave and empowering choice. As you pack your bags and prepare to move forward, remember that you deserve respect, love, and a life free from betrayal and negativity. Focus on building a new life for yourself, surrounded by people who value and appreciate you. It's unsettling how people can be so smug even in the face of their own impending downfall. While they may feel victorious now, they're oblivious to the consequences awaiting them. But I won't let their arrogance deter me. I'll prepare myself to confront them and make them face the consequences of their actions. Returning to my parents' house temporarily, I arranged for the rest of my belongings to be moved out of the tower condo. Jack's grin fades when I remind him that our divorce isn't settled yet. Placing the evidence of his affair before him, his expression turns to one of shock and embarrassment. We'll proceed with the divorce, but not before I secure proper alimony for the pain he's caused. My in-laws, unaware of Jack's infidelity, are stunned by the revelation. They protest, but it's clear they're grasping at straws. Ignoring their pleas, I insist we settle the matter through our lawyers. Jack's sudden suggestion of risky margin trading catches me off guard. It's a reckless move that could spell disaster. Despite my urge to advise against it, I hold my tongue. It's no longer my concern to protect them from their own folly. They'll have to face the consequences of their actions on their own. Despite their attempts to provoke me, I remained composed as I left their house, determined to move forward with my life. Later, through my lawyer, I filed for alimony against both my husband and his mistress. I made it clear that the fault lay with Jack and demanded no division of property. Surprisingly, they agreed to pay the alimony in full and forego any claims to property. I speculated that they might have had a successful business deal lined up, but it turned out they hadn't made it yet and promised to do so after settling the alimony. Nonetheless, I was relieved not to have to part with any of my money. With the alimony securely in hand, I reinvested it and continued to grow my savings. Opting for a more modest lifestyle, I purchased a regular apartment and enjoyed the freedom of living on my own terms. Then, out of nowhere, my ex-husband reached out to me in desperation. He confessed to losing a significant sum in merchant trading and was now drowning in debt. Despite his plea for help, I couldn't help but feel a sense of vindication. After all, I had warned him against reckless gambling, reminding him of the careful planning and calculations required for successful investments. I declined his request to return. His financial misfortunes serve as a stark reminder of the consequences of irresponsible behavior. It sounds like you're reflecting on a whirlwind of events that followed your decision to leave your husband. It's unfortunate that his parents didn't heed your warnings about risky investments, leading them into even deeper debt. Now they're facing the consequences of their actions, and it seems they've learned the hard way about the realities of investing. Meanwhile, you've managed to secure your financial stability through careful investments, allowing you to enjoy a comfortable semi-retired life. It's a stark contrast to the chaos your ex-husband and his family are facing. It's true that mutual respect and support in a relationship can lead to a happier and more fulfilling partnership. Your empathy for the main character and your hope for her enjoyment of her semi-retirement show a compassionate perspective. It's clear you believe in the importance of independence and self-reliance,